Greetings for the day, children. In the previous session, we learned about first half of societal impact of IT. Now let's continue with the second half of this chapter. So now we'll be studying different types of viruses. Each virus has different meanings. So let's take a look at each type of virus individually. First, we will see what is a computer worm. When a worm infects a system, its first move is to begin seeking more information, usually be exploring the infected system, its network connection. Worms are more dangerous. It directly attacks your hard disk and expands rapidly. Next is Trojans. Trojan is full of trickery as its name reflects. The Trojan horse is at a first glance will appear to be very useful software but will actually damage the computer once it's installed. Trojans are also known to create a backdoor on a computer that gives an easy access to malicious users, thus allowing your confidential or personal information to be compromised. Unlike viruses and worms, Trojans do not reproduce by infecting other files nor do they self replicate. Malware. What is malware? The term malware is made up of two words, malicious and software. It is a software that enters into computer and damages it without the user's knowledge. Malwares are trouble-causing programs. It may be a virus worm, Trojan horse, or spyware. Malwares not only interrupt the normal working of a computer but also steal important informations. Next is spyware. What is spyware? Spyware is a type of malware that is installed on computers and collects information about users without their knowledge. Spyware programs secretly monitor the user's computing. They can collect various types of personal information such as internet surfing habits, visited web pages, and transmit this information in the background to someone else. What is spam? Spams are unwanted bulk emails that come from strange sources. Spam are generally sent in large number of commercial advertising. In spamming, millions of copies of the same messages are sent to email users worldwide. More than 80% emails we receive are spam. Now we'll see how to identify spam. Messages that do not include your email's address in the TORCC fields are common forms of spam. Some spams can contain offensive language or links to websites with inappropriate content. Now we'll see how to protect against spam. Protection against spam. Install spam filtering blocking software. If you suspect that email is spam, do not respond, just delete it. Keep software and security patches up to date. Reject all instant messages from persons who are not on your buddy list. Do not click on URL link instant messengers unless from a known source. Keep software and security patches up to date. If you suspect that email is a spam, then do not respond, just delete it. Antivirus software. Antivirus software are computer programs which are designed to identify, prevent, and remove viruses from a computer. They perform the following tasks: Scan the computer files to look for known viruses from virus dictionary. Identify suspicious behavior from any computer program which might indicate infection. Scan the incoming emails which might contain virus in attachment. Cybercrime. Cybercrime, also called computer crime, online activities are vulnerable to crime and can compromise personal safety as effectively as everyday crimes. The only difference between a normal crime and a cybercrime lies in the tools used to commit the crime. It is classified into two categories. First is the computer as target and the computer as weapon. The computer as target, that is using computer to attack other computers. Examples are hacking, virus worm attacks, etc. The computer as a weapon, that is using a computer to commit real world crimes like cyber terrorism, credit card frauds, EFT frauds, etc. Unauthorized access and hacking. Hacking refers to an illegal intrusion into computer system or network. There is an equivalent term on hacking, that is cracking. But from Indian law's perspective, there is no difference between the term hacking and the cracking. Motives behind the crime includes greed, power, revenge, publicity, adventure, destructive mindset, desire to access forbidden mindset. Hackers. Hackers are highly technical people who secretly break into computers to steal important data or sometimes to destroy it. Hackers not only steal the important data but also hack applications and websites to change the program logics. Crackers. Crackers are technical people who are experts in breaking into systems to steal important data such as financial details or passwords, etc. And it is a person who breaks into someone else's computer system. Can be doing this for a profit, maliciously for some purpose or cause, or because the challenge is there. Backup and recovery tools. Data backup. In computer terminology, backup is the process of making duplicate copies of data which can be used to restore the original data in case of any data loss event. These additional copies are called backups. Backups are helpful in two ways. One is to restore data after any disaster, called disaster recovery, or to restore small number of files that have been accidentally deleted or corrupted. Storage data. For data backup, we use some storage media that have sufficient size for storage of our data and also suit accessibility, security and cost factors. Some commonly used storage media are magnetic tape, hard disk, optical disk, floppy disk, solid state storage. Techniques of data backup. First we'll see online backup system. Online backup systems are typically built for a client software program that run on a given schedule. It may be a small interval, an hour, 1 day or more. Such a program collects, compresses and encrypts data, uses the internet and transfers data to remote servers. And these servers are especially designed to provide backup services. It can be seen in many organizations that send copy of fresh data to their database servers frequently. This way they can get a copy of every piece of important data anytime in case of any data loss. Now, offline backup system. Offline backup system is a process of data backup in which direct human involvement is required. In this type of backup, there are no automatic systems, but users themselves attach a storage media to a computer and copy files. This copy of data is called a dump. Backup site. Data backup servers need properly configured network, or area recovery site is a location where an organization can relocate following a disaster such as a fire, flood, terrorist threat and other disruptive event. These sites provide copy of data during any event of disaster. Data recovery techniques is a process of recovering deleted, inaccessible, lost, corrupted, damaged or formatted data from PC, hard drive, secondary storage, removable media when the data stored in them cannot be accessed in a normal way. There are thousands of data recovery techniques in the internet. Hardware repair. We can repair physically damaged hardware using multiple techniques. Some of the damages can be repaired by replacing damaged parts in the hard disk. This alone may make the disk usable, but there may be still be some logical damage of data. Passwords and PIN numbers. To protect data and important information, unique password and PIN numbers are given to every user. I guess everybody knows that if you want to protect your files or something, we need the passwords or PIN numbers to protect your important documents or important information. Using these PIN numbers and passwords, we can protect our data from unauthorized access. And the last is firewalls. In computing, a firewall is a network security system that monitors and controls incoming and outgoing network traffic based on predetermined security rules. Firewalls are software or hardware tools that protect a server, a network, on an individual PC from almost every attack by viruses and hackers. This is children. This is the end of the first chapter. In the next session, we'll begin with the next chapter and we'll start our actual C++ language. Have a good day and thank you.